again. I've got the dog outside my bedroom door for a very good reason. He's just too noisy most of the time. But he would have really been noisy if I took him over to my brother's place. Oh, my brother Ron, by the way, yesterday I went and took him over to get a rental car over at the airport. But he's not taking off from the Reno airport to go to the Azores. He had to go out of San Francisco. So he rented the car here at this airport in Reno, and then he drove all night and this morning over to San Francisco International, and his flight finally left at 9:45 this morning. And so he got off without much of a hitch there, and then he flies over to Boston. So he still hasn't made it to Boston yet. That takes about five and a half hours, I think, to get to Boston. And then when he gets there, then he's going to fly from there, from Boston, over to the Azores. Actually, one of the other islands, or larger islands, where they have a landing strip. And then he has to take another plane to get to the Island of Flores, where he's actually going. And he's been going back here. He's been taking that trip, going back there for the last 20 years. Well, anyway, the last time he was there, he had another project he's going to start. The house was one thing. That was my great-grandfather's 200-year-old stone house. Well, before he left, he bought the land and a mill that was made around 1800, and is going to go ahead, and even to get there, he's going to have to build a bridge to get across the river to get to this mill so that he can restart rebuilding it. So he's going to be doing that when he's there. And so anyhow, so he's going to be taken off, and he won't be back until September the 11th. So he's going to be gone exactly 3 months. So I'm going to be on my own with all this electronic stuff. I don't have anybody else to fall back on, just me. So anyhow, that's where I stand there. And I was today, actually last night, I was changing more capacitors in this SX43. It's like a never-ending thing. I'm trying to get the bubbled up ones out first. And let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, here. I can get closer here. Let me get a little bit closer. Let's see. This thing, I wonder how close this thing will get. Close, but not that clear. So, anyhow, I've been replacing mostly the ones that are the most bubbled up ones first, and then others as well. And if you wondered what this is, I made my own tool so that I can make a coil at the end of the capacitors so that I can solder it in. And if you look here, let's see. Let's see if I can get back to there. And if you take a look, I'll bring it up closer here. I've replaced a lot of them. And it's going to take, well, I don't know how much longer. I have so many of them to replace, it's not funny. I do have a lot of caps that I can use to replace here. But see, yellow ones, those are all 0.01s. The others, some of the dipped ones are 0.05s. I got 0.02, 630 volts. The yellow ones, those are like 400 volts. So, yeah, it's an ever ongoing process here trying to redo this thing. And then, when I'm done with that, then I will use the signal generator to see how good I did. But, yeah, I just wanted to say that today and then tell you how things are going. And well, I don't know, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I did go ahead and I finished the speaker I was working on before, and so it's all ready to go. It's got a bigger speaker in it now, and I painted the cabinet, and that's all ready to go. So that's another thing that's done, and we're gonna go see how the doggy's doing. He's giving me a bad time anyway. Chubby, what? Oh, I know. You want to go outside and see the squirrel again. Well, he would have gone crazy if he was at my brother's place and saw 5 squirrels running around in the backyard. Here I have chipmunks and a squirrel. And there he goes. Well, let's see how good this thing does on a zoom. There we go. That's the 8 power. This has got an 8 power zoom. My other one's only had a 5. So it works pretty well. This is the refurbished Nikon camera I got, actually. So anyhow, that's going to be it for now. I'm going to leave you with the dog playing in the backyard, sniffing around for Mr. Squirrel or Chipmunk. Bye for now.